Hey there, it's Rose from the Painted Toad, and I have a fun Sunday evening project for you. I got this really cool cauldron from Target in the dollar section. It was $5. It's metal, nice and sturdy, stands up on its own, and we're going to turn it into a nice cauldron for potion mixing for my decor for Halloween. So you can see it's got a great shape here, and we're going to paint right on this. And first color we're going to need is some white, because I need to do a masking layer, and I know that my green paint that I'm planning to add to this, the black will show through. So first we kind of have to do a little bit of a, what am I thinking of? A prep coat here. We got to prep it. So I'm just going to kind of bring some white here, and I'm going to do the shape that I want my oozy potion to be. I'm just using a flat brush. If you're joining me, say hi. It's Rose from the Painted Toad. Let me know who you are and where you're from. And I'm just doing a little blanket layer here, and I'm turning this wonderful dollar find from the Target dollar section. It wasn't $1, it was $5, but even so, $5 is a pretty good price. And I saw it and I'm like, this is the perfect piece for painting. It's like the perfect surface. So there we go. Ooh, this looks so cool already. And then I'm going to do another kind of a blobby here. This actually looks like when I cook sometimes. Does anybody else have that issue? Like when the potatoes or the when I'm doing pasta, when it overflows on me. My husband teases me because, I'll be cooking something, it'll overflow, and then, something will start smoking, or and then the smoke detector goes off, and our joke is dinner's done when the smoke detector goes off. So there we go. That looks just cool in the white. I love the contrast. I'm going to add maybe like a little bit of a drip coming down here. I'm just using the edge of my brush here, kind of adding a little oozy drip, kind of coming from this. And you don't have to worry about getting this part perfect because we're going to paint over it with another color. And you know what? Let me try using a round brush here because I think I can get my edges a little cleaner. Hey, if you're joining me, say hi. It's Rose from the Painted Toad. Let me know you're here. I'm just doing a quick little project. Tomorrow I'm going to be painting some glass bottles. I'll be doing some glass paintings tomorrow morning to create some potions. So this is going to be a whole set. We've got the cauldron, which is what I'm working on now. And then I wanted to have some fun kind of potions that that can kind of all go as a set. And that will be tomorrow. So for tonight, we're getting the cauldron done, and I'm just using acrylic paint. We got some oozes, maybe a couple little drip drops here. Just gonna bring another little drip down here. Okay, and then I am gonna paint the top because we want to have stuff going on the inside here. And I think for the top, what might be kind of cool, let me just dry my brush off here. We'll have to see if I can kind of create kind of an interesting potions going on in the top. So for right now, let's just get this fun to maybe do a little bit coming off the edge here. Maybe on the sides. Let's see. I'm going to do a little bit on the side just to, if it's overflowing, it's going to overflow everywhere. I know this from experience. If you have a pot or cauldron, there, we'll just add some Add some white on this side over here. So it's just kind of oozing over the edge. Just like that. There, that makes more sense. I had kind of a gap there. We got some oozing on that edge, and then let's do a little bit oozing on this edge as well. And I'm going to kind of combine these two. So the front blob that's oozing is also kind of connected to the part that's coming out the side here. Base coat. And then now let's come in with some fun color. And the color I'm using here, this is olive green, and it is by Master's Touch. It is artist acrylic. You could also use craft paint for one of these. Depending on your paint, it might be a little bit thin if you're using craft paint, but even the artist acrylic green tends to be a little thin, in my opinion. So, I don't know, it just always goes on thinner. Now this time, in order to get it to look smooth, I'm going to try to smooth these out. And I'm definitely, you can see right here, I'm going to need more than one coat because you can really see the white. What do you think? Do you like it? So definitely need an extra coat here. And I'm going to come in, let's see, the round brush here. Just kind of laying it on thick. And I'm also going to add in some white in a little bit. So we'll add some white highlights to really get this to look kind of like slimy, oozing potion. So I'm taking white on my round brush here. I'm just going to kind of bring it, kind of swoop it in there, add a little bit of highlight here. Just so it looks oozy. And I'm letting it mix in a little bit with the green. I can get a variety of tints here. And then what I wanted to do in the top is kind of add some bubbles or something here so it looks like it's bubbling. So I was just going to take my brush and kind of swirl some circles up here, let it mix in a little bit. We'll do some big ones and some little ones. And I don't know where I have this position if people even look on the top, but I'll know it's there. So it is fun to just add some little details like this. just kind of swirl it. And then I'll go in and add some little weight to it. Let's swirl the brush. What would be cool if I could get it to stand up, you know? I don't know what I could do to do that. I'd have to think about that, you know, get it kind of 3D. But we're just going to give it a 3D look. Okie dokie. Let me grab, I wanted to use a smaller round brush here. I'm going to go back into the white and add some more of those highlights to curve on my bubbles, you know, where they're catching the light here. So I'm going to keep all the curves kind of going the same direction. So there we go. Look at the bubbles brewing in my cauldron. And then we have the oozy stuff coming over the edge. I kind of feel like I could have a little bit more of a, maybe another layer of ooze here, just kind of oozing. Let me just add a little white, and I'm going to add, maybe there's some of these oozy bubbles at the top here, just kind of coming over the top edge. All right, so we have a bubbling cauldron. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And make sure you remember to be creative, be artistic, and get connected at the Painted Toad. And here, let's turn it this way so you can see it. There we go. If I go like that, you can see the inside too. Ooh, perfect. Love it. Okay. Have a good night.